Have you ever pondered about why we sometimes feel drained after interacting with certain people? The answer lies in the realm of emotional boundaries. These boundaries, like invisible bubbles, shield us from absorbing too much of other people's emotional energy. They are the mental, emotional, and physical limits we establish to protect ourselves from being manipulated, used, or violated by others. Emotional boundaries are critical to maintaining our mental health. They protect us from feeling drained or overwhelmed by others' emotions, providing a safe space where our feelings and needs are recognized and respected. Without these boundaries, you might find yourself constantly carrying the weight of others' emotions like a ship trying to sail while taking on water. This can lead to feelings of exhaustion, resentment, and a loss of self. Remember, it's not just about building walls, but about creating doors where respect and empathy can enter. Understanding and setting emotional boundaries can be a powerful tool for self-care and personal growth. Now, you may wonder, what exactly are emotional boundaries? Well, think of them as your personal guidelines, the invisible lines you draw to protect your emotional energy. They're the rules you set for yourself that dictate what types of communication, behavior, and interaction are acceptable to you. Emotional boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about understanding where you end and someone else begins. They help you distinguish your feelings from those of others. Imagine you're a castle. Your emotional boundaries are your moat, your drawbridge, your walls. They're there to keep out the unwanted, to ensure that only what you deem appropriate gets through. They're your first line of defense against emotional harm. Just as you wouldn't let just anyone into your castle, you shouldn't let just anyone into your emotional space. Just like physical boundaries, emotional boundaries help define us as individuals, safeguarding our mental and emotional health. But why do we need to set emotional boundaries, you may ask? Well, let's delve into that. Setting emotional boundaries is key to protecting our mental and emotional health. Without them, we risk feeling emotionally drained or used by others. It's like leaving the door to your house wide open. Anyone can walk in, take what they want, and leave a mess behind. Boundaries, on the other hand, are like a protective fence. They ensure we don't overextend ourselves emotionally or allow others to cross the line. This doesn't mean pushing people away, but rather, it means defining what's acceptable and what's not in our interactions. Furthermore, emotional boundaries foster healthier relationships. They allow us to communicate our needs and feelings effectively, reducing misunderstandings and conflicts. When we respect our own boundaries, we are more likely to respect others, creating a mutual understanding and a harmonious exchange. Emotional boundaries are not about shutting people out, but about creating a healthy balance in our interactions. So, to recap what we've discussed today, emotional boundaries are a vital aspect of our psychological well-being. They function as invisible barriers that help protect our emotional energy, allowing us to differentiate our feelings from those of others. Understanding and setting these boundaries is a significant step towards self-awareness and emotional integrity. They enable us to say no when necessary, safeguarding us from emotional exploitation and fostering healthier relationships. The importance of setting emotional boundaries cannot be overstated. They promote a sense of self-empowerment, improve the quality of our relationships, and contribute significantly to our mental health. In essence, they act as a form of self-care, an often overlooked yet crucial component of our total well-being. In closing, it's pivotal to remember that setting emotional boundaries is not just about protecting ourselves, but also about cultivating respect for our emotional energy. Remember, setting emotional boundaries is a crucial part of self-care. It's about respecting and taking care of your emotional energy to live a healthier and more balanced life.